Hi, my name is Randall Keith Horton. Welcome to American Music. Who is this lady? We see pictures of her. We see her here with her brother and with President and Mrs. Richard Nixon. Her name is Ruth Ellington. She is the sister of the great American composer Duke Ellington. Today's program will reflect the music of Duke Ellington and his life, and will touch upon parts of the relationship that I had with him as a musician and with his sister Ruth as a guide to me in presenting his music. Ruth has been a wonderful help to me. He chose me as his composing and conducting assistant in 1973, and his influence on my life has been, to say the least, profound. He died a year later after he chose me, after I had spent time with his orchestra in the spring of 1973. He died about a year later, and that was very hard for me because I thought, oh, now I'm with this great artist, with this great composer, as a part of his orchestra, as a part of his organization, and now he's gone. Years went by, and Ruth became my mentor. She used to say to me as I visited her home in New York City year after year, starting in about 1982 or 83, about 10 years after Duke had died, she would tell me, "You are a part of the family," or "You are like a part of the family." And she welcomed me and helped me to understand what had happened to me in my life after her brother had chosen me as his composing and conducting assistant and then died. Actually, 1974, so yeah, it was about 10 years after he died that she began to mentor me. Ruth gave me a responsibility as a part of helping me as a mentor, and that was to direct what's called the Duke Ellington Sacred Concerts. And in today's program, we would like you to get a sense of what the sacred music of Duke Ellington sounds like. We're going to go to the Morton H. Meyerson Symphony Center in Dallas, Texas, to a performance of some of his sacred music. This will be excerpts from the sacred music of Duke Ellington. We will hear an interview and see an interview that I conducted with Ruth Ellington in her home in New York City in or about 1987, somewhere in there. I can't remember the exact time, but it was about that time. And in that interview, she will give us an idea of what the importance of her brother's sacred music was to him, and of course to her family and to the world.